Folks, thanks for coming on the line with us today. My name's John Dubas with Premier Marketing, and we'll be spending the next 45 minutes to an hour or so discussing the possibilities you have with Cigna HealthSpring's Medicare portfolio in the great state of Texas. They have a very unique portfolio of products with a very strong DSNP product as well. So we'll be spending some time discussing that. A bit of housekeeping to start. If you have some questions, please put them in the question box and we'll make certain that we get them answered either at the conclusion of today's presentation or as part of a frequently asked questions addendum to the information we send out after the webinar. Today's webinar is being recorded, and it, along with reference material noted in today's presentation, will be sent to all those who have expressed interest in the program. And so watch for that. It'll come in the email either later today or tomorrow as soon as the recording updates in our systems and we can get a link out to you. We'll give you a little bit of background about Premier and speak to the fact that we are a national marketing organization founded in 1968. We're part of the Integrity Marketing Program with offices across the country. We act as an insurance wholesaler offering contracts with various insurance companies through independent insurance agents, and those contracts are available at the highest possible commission levels, preferably on a vested situation, with recruiting contracts available for those who qualify. I mentioned we were founded in 1968, so that means this past year we've celebrated our 50th anniversary, and we think that's a pretty strong milestone considering our organization started as a small family insurance agency in a small town in rural Nebraska. It's one of those cities that is in the press right now in the midst of all the flooding that's going on in Nebraska. So lift up a prayer for our brethren back home. I'm originally from Nebraska, living in Dallas now. From those humble beginnings, we are now one of the largest organizations that does what we do, offering these programs. And in the Medicare Advantage space, we're the largest producer for many of the named carriers out there and a big producer for many of the others. We mentioned that we're part of the Integrity platform. This map gives you an idea of where some of those offices are. We are licensed and offering programs in all 50 states. Oh, wow. That portfolio includes a full platform of Medicare programs, including the Medicare Advantage and Part D programs, the prescription drug programs, a full portfolio of Medicare supplement plans, a life insurance and annuities portfolio that includes final expense and pre-need programs, long and short-term care, disability insurance, and ancillary products to fill those gaps with programs such as dental, vision, and hearing programs, critical illness and cancer plans, and hospital indemnity programs. That Medicare Advantage portfolio includes all the big boys, includes many of the strong regional carriers as well, a full offering to help you be successful in your chosen market. That applies also to the standalone Part D drug programs. So you have an opportunity to leverage the offerings in all parts of the country with just about every carrier out there. That Medicare supplement portfolio is very large, includes a number of proprietary programs for our organization, and it comes with assistance to help sell those programs through both a quote engine and electronic means of enrolling in the programs as well. Those ancillary products, as we mentioned, with dental, vision, and hearing programs, big demand programs that not only offer you an additional revenue stream, but also help you accommodate the needs of your prospects and clients. Many of these hospital indemnity and critical illness programs also help cover the gaps in systems that come with a Medicare Advantage program with some of the co-payments that you may have in play, and then also the unexpected expenses that come with a critical illness such as a heart attack or stroke or a diagnosis of cancer. When we look at the Medicare market overall, we're looking at a growing market that every time a presentation such as today comes up on your calendar, someone like me gets in front of you and says, well, hey, the boomers are aging in. Over 10,000 people a day are becoming Medicare eligible because of age, and you have a huge daytime activity available to you. That's true. But these numbers also don't take into account the fact that about a sixth of the Medicare population is actually under the age of 65 and has Medicare benefits because of disability. So the market's even larger than many of us speak to when we talk about the aging in of the baby boomer population. These folks come with specific needs and a varied portfolio of products to help you accommodate all the needs of your prospects and clients. When you look at the Medicare population, 2/3 of them have 3 or more chronic conditions, and many of the Medicare Advantage plans are geared to accommodate and help those people particularly. We have an opportunity to also render a diagnosis to help folks with the plan that might be most appropriate for them, and sometimes that takes into account if they can afford something or not. So with the median income of right around 26.2 now, you have half the population that may want a Medicare supplement but can't really afford it, and also are perhaps better served by programs that are aimed at that particular population. So a vast market really in need of our help. When we look at some of the changes we're encountering here in 2019 with the enrollment opportunities changing, one of the first things we saw is during the first month and a half of this year, the old MADP period went away and was replaced with the whole Back to the Future MAOEP situation, which continues through the end of this month. So we've got 5 days left in that OEP period, which is an opportunity for someone in an MA plan to change the program using this opportunity once, where they can actually change plans or go back to original Medicare. It does not apply to Medicare savings programs and cost plans. So when we look at that in greater detail for the next 5 days, a person can switch MA plans, they can leave MA plans and go back to original Medicare and coordinate the Part D special election period. They can add or drop Part D when switching plans. The Part D isn't guaranteed unless a person was in an MA plan on January 1st, so this is not a continuation of the annual election period, the open election where someone can just pick up a coverage. And it doesn't allow someone to change from one standalone PDP program to another one. It also doesn't allow the individual, as I mentioned, if they're just on original Medicare, to join an MA plan at this time using the OEP. There may, however, be other special election periods that will allow them to do so, and this gives us an idea of some of those that are available to us, the different periods and the timing that comes into play with it. One of the other things that changed a lot in our world is some of the limitations being placed on the dual or low-income subsidy special election period, where in the past it was a continuous SEP and a person could change month to month. Now it's once a quarter. During the first 3 quarters of the year, in the 4th quarter, that annual OEP gives a person the opportunity to change their coverage. These individuals also will see kind of a breakdown of that LIS SEP based on certain circumstances, and the folks that are in that category that are categorized as potentially at risk or at risk for misuse of frequently abused drugs won't be able to use this SEP either. That Comprehensive Addiction and Recovery Act piece is put into place to try to help the government and our population at large to address the opioid crisis that we see in our society at present. We talked about a little bit about the LIS being now kind of broken down into other areas. There are programs that are a special SEP now based on folks that were auto-enrolled in a program by the government, or for folks who see changes in their dual or LIS status. And these are separate SEPs from the regular dual LIS SEP. These are available for those at-risk individuals. Kind of an overview of some of the more commonly used special election periods. when you look at the Medicare population at large, and remember that chart that talked about the chronic illnesses and the income limitations that many of the people in this beneficiary status have, you have a large percentage of the people on Medicare that are eligible for a SEP and year-round assistance by an active independent broker who knows what they are doing. So some of these things we want to make certain that we have folks aware of the opportunities they have, and part of this is an education process based on an informed agent, because many of the folks that qualify for these assistance programs may not have them in place. And if you look at just the LIS benefit, well, that annual value of a little over $4,000 a year can really make a huge difference in the life of someone who has, well, a 50-50 chance of having an income less than $26,200 a year. You can really make an impact on people's lives by being aware of the opportunities of helping people through these programs. LIS also gives them additional coverages throughout the year and gives them that quarterly special election period that allows you to market more effectively as well. Additionally, part of the programs that come into play that make a big difference for some of the dual SNP programs, and is one of the reasons why we've invited Cigna HealthSpring to help us with today's presentation, is the fact that Medicare savings programs have different assistance levels as well, and different Medicare Advantage carriers look at these differently when it comes to qualifying for their dual special needs programs. The Medicare savings programs offer assistance not with the drug programs, that's covered by the extra help programs, but helps with people on Medicare with limited income and resources who don't qualify for full Medicaid, but get assistance on perhaps the Part B premium and some additional coverages for medical expenses as well. There are different categories of these levels of assistance, and they have different benefits as part of that situation. We have a full training on LIS MSPs that we will include as part of today's follow-up, so we don't have to go through all that once again here for you and keep you even longer than we will. Folks who qualify for MSP assistance have to have Part A. They've got to meet income and resource eligibility tests, and these are generally handled through the state Medicaid agencies. That eligibility is generally redetermined each and every year. One of the reasons we bring this up as well and try to make certain that you're aware of the circumstances of these levels of help, well, there's a good portion of the folks that are eligible for this assistance that doesn't have it in place. So remembering that Columbo close, well, just one more question, and asking about income and assets can make a huge difference in the lives of the people that you're dealing with. This gives you some of that financial parameters that you need to know in order to help people in this regard. And this is a great slide to have as part of your presentation packet, so you can ask, well, hey, you know, I want to make certain that people get all the assistance that they're entitled to. Is your income, gross income, $1,600 a month or less? If so, there may be some things that we can do to help you apply for additional assistance and improve your situation. These are live links that will take you to additional Medicare resources, so you can have this information at your fingertips all the time. So what we'll do now is ask our folks with Cigna HealthSpring to help us with the impressing upon you the importance of having Cigna HealthSpring as part of your portfolio and the advantages that come with working with this company. We have two of their broker representatives for the state of Texas with us today, Miss Amy West and Miss Elodia Gallo. And at this particular point in time, I am going to turn control over to them. And Amy, do I send it to you or Elodia?
To me, Amy.
Coming at you. There we go.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, well, my name is Amy West, and I am the broker sales manager for the DFW market and also East Texas. And then I also have Elodie on the line who's going to start us off.
Okay, thank you, Amy. My name is Elodie Gallo, and I have actually been in the Medicare Advantage world for almost 20 years, so that'll let you know how long I've been, or my age really, how long I've been with Medicare Advantages. So I am going to start with our markets that we have here in Cigna HealthSpring in Texas. We are in Houston, we are in the Valley, El Paso, San Antonio, Dallas, and Northeast Texas. There is, like it's noted, we are in counties, so that's a good thing and maybe a bad thing, but we do have 3 plans that we offer. So we just want to show you the state of Texas and where we're marketing at the present time. Next. Amy?
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. In the Houston network, we have all major hospital groups participating. We have 425 PCPs. We have over 1,000 specialists, and basically most of the hospitals that are here in Houston. We do follow the IPA's network here in Houston. We are with the Renaissance Physicians Organization, and we have the top hospitals in Houston, like St. Luke's, Methodist, Women's, and Memorial. Of course, as you know, that in case of any emergencies, you can go to any hospital that is in the territory. Next. The Valley Network, and the Valley Network is, for those of you that are familiar, is like south, close to the border. It's McAllen, Harlingen, Brownsville. So it's closer to the border. We're in Laredo. So that's what the Valley Network is going to be. We have 14 hospitals, 105 PCPs, and 434 specialists. The IPAs that we have in the Valley are Valley Organized Physician, which are our independent physician, and then we have the WellMed Group. The WellMed Group in the Valley has over 25 clinics. It's a clinic setup where these seniors can go in and get all their services done at one location. So they really like that. The top hospitals, of course, is Valley Baptist, McAllen, Mission, and Knapp. And in Laredo, we have Laredo Medical Center. Next. The El Paso network, we're in El Paso as well, and we do have the most major hospitals there. We have Del Sol, we'll have Las Palmas and Providence. But what is unique is that we have 99 PCPs and 928 specialists. WellMed is also in El Paso, and they have over 14 or 15 clinics there. Like I said, it's very unique, but it's good for our seniors because everything gets done in one location. They don't have to be going, to get a MRI at a different location. It's all, in-house. Next. Our plans, like I said, we have 3 plans in each market. We have our preferred, which is our flagship, and it best fits, people that are just turning 65, those individuals that are retiring and gain or lose LIS, as well as loss of Medicaid. The counties, again, we're in Houston, El Paso, Hidalgo, and Cameron. And our benefits are pretty unique because we have 0 PCP, and the premium for this plan is 0. Our hospital stay is $350, whether you're in there 1 day or you're in there 10 days, there is no deductible. It's just flat $350. Our maximum out of pocket is $3,400. So that to me is just a security for the senior that they're never ever going to pay more than $3,400. What we really like here is the diagnostic procedure, which is a flat rate of $150 and not 20% as other carriers. Our therapeutic radiology is only $30, flat fee, not 20%. So these benefits are pretty good compared to other carriers. And I'm not putting any carriers down. I'm just letting you know that the other ones are 20%. We do offer health club. We do have comprehensive dental. And for 2019, we did post-hospital meals, which is 14 meals for 7 days a week after you've been released from the hospital. Competitive advantages are that we are a 4.5-star plan in all of the Texas areas. Our lowest copayment REX, we do not have a deductible. So, of course, the diagnostic procedures, like I said earlier, and the therapeutic radiology, because, of course, I hope everyone knows that that's part of, the cancer treatment. So we do have dental and vision, transportation. Actually, 2019, our transportation on our preferred plan went to unlimited. And the unlimited transportation, you can go even to the gym, to specialists, to get x-rays. So that's a good benefit. Then our next plan is our 4513 Advantage, and that is basically a plan that has no prescription drugs, and that's also in our Texas area, and it also includes a $125 Part B buy down. They also included a vision rider. They also have comprehensive dental. We have the over-the-counter, $50 quarterly, and they also have the post-meal benefit. Our 4513, and this is where we want you to focus more because, again, we have more opportunities with the total care. That is for our dual population. And what we mean by dual is Medicaid offers assistance to different categories like SLMBs, QI1s, and those individuals that are not full dual eligible for assistance, we treat them as they were. We pay everything at 100%. There's no different plan. We treat them all again as if they were full duals. And it's zero copayments for PCPs, zero copayments for specialists, zero copayments for MRI, zero copayments for any medical services that they need. We do offer a $3,000 comprehensive dental, which include dentures. We offer vision allowance. This plan also has unlimited transportation, and we have $150 OTC benefit. And this one also includes the post-hospital meal. Like I said, we are a four-star plan in this area. Unlimited transportation is a big deal for these individuals that qualify for SLMBs that don't have transportation. So it is a very, very good plan here in Houston, El Paso, San Antonio, and the Valley. Next. Okay, I'm going to turn it back over to Amy.
Thank you, Elodia. All right, so I mentioned my name is Amy West, and I'm going to be going over the DSW East Texas and San Antonio network and plans. The DSW network has around 56 hospitals, 102 PCPs, 2,991 specialists. Our IPA, we do have an IPA. It's a DFW. They are independent PCPs. They're in 4 of the counties, which are, these PCPs are in Collin, Denton, Dallas, and Tarrant. Our major hospitals in DFW are going to be the Presbyterians, Methodists. We do have John Peter Smith that we just got in network in December. In East Texas, we have 4 hospitals, 107 PCPs, and the specialists are 431. There is 5 counties that we consider East Texas, and I'll show you those counties on my next slide, or coming up my next slide. And the major hospitals over in East Texas are East Texas Medical, Good Shepherd, UT Tyler. And in the San Antonio market, WellMed is the major medical group there. And they also, their top hospitals are Methodist, Baptist, and Christus. So the first plans I'm going to go through are in the DFW market. This is our local PPO, our preferred PPO. This plan is a great plan for aging in, move-ins, LIS. It is in Collin, Dallas, Denton, Johnson, and Tarrant County. It is a 0 premium plan, 0 PCP. It does have comprehensive dental on there of $1,000, health club membership, over-the-counter benefit of $105 quarterly, hearing aid, eyewear allowance, and a meal benefit. It does have the highest over-the-counter allowance in the market. Also, our eyewear allowance is $250, and a lot of our competitors are around $150. The next plan that I'm going to go through is our Advantage PPO. Our target is veterans. So they go to the VA clinic and they just want something for emergencies. It'd be a perfect fit for this plan. It is in the same counties. It is a 0 premium plan, 0 PCP. It does have it has $75 buy down with that. So or you can call it a give back, $75 a month give back. It has $1,000 comprehensive, hearing aid allowance, and an eyewear allowance on there. And it is the highest buy down in Collin, Denton, Johnson, and Tarrant County. The next plan is our preferred HMO. It is really popular in Hood, Parker, and Wise County. It's perfect for somebody aging in our LIS. It does have a premium on there of $29, 0 PCP, has $1,000 comprehensive, a gym membership, hearing aid allowance, eyewear allowance, and a meal benefit. It is a 4.5-star plan. We also have our Total Care product. This is our dual SNP product. We allow partials and full duals. In DFW, though, there is cost sharing on this plan, DFW and San Antonio. So somebody that is on this plan, they would have 0 PCP, 0 specialists, labs, x-rays, things like that would be all 0, but they would experience cost sharing if they went to the emergency room or into the hospital. It does have a low MOOP, though, of $3,400. It is in the counties Bexar, Collin, Dallas, Denton, Hood, Johnson, Parker, Tarrant, and Wise. It does have $1,000 comprehensive dental on it, an over-the-counter allowance of $50 quarterly, hearing aid, eyewear allowance, transportation, and a meal benefit, and it is a 4.5-star plan. In our East Texas area, we have a preferred HMO, which is perfect for aging in, move-ins, or LIS. It is in Henderson, Russ, Smith, Upshur, and Van Zandt County. Smith County is the county that has the most applications that come in that area. It is 0 premium, 0 PCP. The MOOP is very low for the area of $3,400. It has $1,000 comprehensive, a gym membership, over-the-counter allowance of $55 quarterly, hearing aid allowance, eyewear allowance, and a meal benefit. It is also a 4.5-star, has the highest vision, has no Part D deductible, and a very low MOOP. We do have a dual SNP product for that area also, or Total Care. It is similar to the one that Elodia talked about. We allow partials and full duals. Unlike Dallas, though, this one has no cost sharing. So somebody that goes onto this plan would be treated like a full dual. In the same counties. So the benefits would be they would pay, a Slim B would pay 0 for hospital, for labs, x-rays, emergency room, all medical services, they'd be zero copay. On top of that, they would have $1,000 comprehensive, hearing aid, eyewear allowance, transportation, and a meal benefit. It is a 4.5-star plan, and we think it's very competitive for the area. I don't know if there's any questions.
Amy, one of the questions that came in through the chat box, I think is Elodia's. It's asking a network question for the city of Houston, and it deals with the obvious MD Anderson. Okay. How is that handled for you?
Yeah, MD Anderson is not one of our contracted hospitals. However, we do have oncologists that have been practicing at MD Anderson that have opened their own practices.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. And that's the only thing that's showing in the chat box at this time. If I may take a moment to editorialize just a little bit in front of our friends from Cigna HealthSpring, when you look at the market as a whole across the state of Texas, we have a grand opportunity in such a large, grand state. But what Cigna brings to us are a number of different advantages, in my editorial opinion. One, we're dealing with a carrier that is a large national carrier with the name of Cigna on it, and it's not one of the recent Nightlife of Georgia pieces that come into the market that are looking to build a book of business to sell it. One of the things that we have as an advantage of an independent broker is the opportunity to offer multiple carriers, and by doing so, it predicates a bit of an investigative portion on our part to make certain that we're working with a carrier that helps us build our insurance practice year over year with solid benefits. And what you saw through the benefits in many circumstances is 4.5-star plans, which means the benefits stay relatively strong throughout year after year. So you don't have to worry about a circumstance of your book of business being at risk as much as other areas, and an opportunity to keep a strong benefit package for them. In the areas where Cigna HealthSpring offers the opportunity to take care of the partials, that was part of the reasoning why we went through some of the MSP differences at the beginning of the presentation, because when you speak to the SlimBs or QI1s, you're looking at an individual who has their Part B premium subsidized but doesn't receive additional assistance outside of the LIS assistance. So they're still subject to their co-payments and deductibles. With a program such as this, it's a huge difference and a huge differentiator from this carrier to the other carriers that are available to you. It's a program that offers a strong network in most markets. It gives also an opportunity to work with great people like Amy and Elodia, who have experience in this market for, well, I don't mean to say this in this fashion, ladies, but for a number of years. Elodia, I remember back in the days when we can say 20 years experience and not have to just age ourselves. But hey, that means we've seen a thing or two, and we saw the Medicare Plus Choice plans. We saw the destruction of the funding with the Billary administration for these programs. Don't mean to get political. But then we also saw the resurgence and how these programs now may well be the salvation of the Medicare programs. So this is an opportunity for us to look at a strong carrier in select markets that gives us the opportunity to do what is best for our prospects and clients. So I thank you, ladies, for coming on the line with us today. One of the reasons why additionally you want to do this program, and not just with Cigna, but through Premier, is some of the additional assistance that we can bring you. A little disco work here with the slide, sorry. In some of the programs that are offered with the Cigna HealthSpring, they speak of the Give Back program in select markets. And what that does is gives us an opportunity to cross-sell with premium dollars that are basically a subsidy, in a manner of speaking, through the Part B premium. And in order to do so, that allows us the opportunity to contract with carriers that offer these ancillary benefits, hence the emphasis we placed on the dental, vision, hearing products, the hospital indemnity and critical illness programs. Cigna has a very strong maximum out-of-pockets. They reference the $3,400. Not everyone does that, but in order to make certain that we can address the expenses that drive that MOOP, that includes, in many circumstances, an encounter in a hospital with those rates, which Cigna addresses with a singular copay in many markets, but it also allows us to address the therapeutic radiology, which Cigna also addresses with a singular copayment as opposed to a percentage of the cost of those procedures. This, however, gives you the opportunity to offer hospital indemnity programs that help with the expenses that come in addition to the medical piece of it, and it gives you an opportunity through SuranceBay to create an agent profile and contract with multiple carriers electronically in order to address those situations as they occur. We also give you the opportunity to operate as a true independent insurance agent by offering discounted E&O. There are organizations out there that will add you to their blanket E&O coverage, but generally that is only available for the products that you contract through them. Many agents don't put all their eggs in one basket. This gives you the opportunity to pick up discounted E&O, and it applies to all carriers regardless of how you contract with them, through what organization. A great way for you to ensure that you're covered as you offer products to the general public. We also offer discounted continuing education programs to help you keep your license in vogue, so to speak. A discounted way also to protect your income as an independent agent. You have the obligation to yourself to create your own benefit package. This gives you the opportunity to pick up non-cancelable disability income insurance at discounted rates with limited underwriting through our organization. We do offer a strong choice of different training programs and resources available to you. Some of these have been recorded and are available for you 24/7. We spoke to the opportunities that you have with a give back program to address the veterans, and that's actually a webinar that we do tomorrow on how Medicare and VA and TRICARE for Life programs interact. So you have these available as resources to help you grow your practice. I mentioned the electronic support that is available through our organization. In addition to quoting engines, we also offer remote Medicare Advantage enrollment systems through both Medicare Center, which allows you to collect a scope of appointment electronically and conduct a presentation and an enrollment electronically as well, and the enrollment system through CSG Actuarial that allows you to do that same type of principle for Medicare supplement and ancillary programs as well. We have a program that helps you put your social media marketing on autopilot through our Coverage Made Easy programs, and a full range of incentives that are available to reward you for your production. Not only a feature of the programs that are offered by the different carriers, but our own producers convention, where this year we're going to Jamaica. Keep in mind, Medicare Advantage and prescription drug programs are not applicable to these incentives trips. That's the government. We have standardized compensation we have to deal with. But as we mentioned, the range of needs with the Medicare population allows you to work with different Medicare supplement programs and other ancillary programs that do qualify for qualification in this regard. Some assistance we offer for lead programs. If you are a cold caller in areas where that is permitted, keep in mind that's not permitted for Medicare Advantage or prescription drug programs. Most Medicare supplements allow for it. Demand programs like dental are a great way for you to grow your book of business and have the opportunity to address other needs in the future. That is available to you at either a deeply discounted price or, depending upon your contracting situation, gratis. We do different training programs to help you immerse yourself in your target market, the community that you choose to serve and target, through retail marketing programs. And believe it or not, store selection for Walmart starts, for those who have been involved in it,
in the past in 5 days. We have a webinar coming up on that, but also different programs that you can use outside of that particular retailer. A system to help you market to and through faith-based organizations and with different providers as well. There are leads available periodically through different carriers. We want to make certain that we can help you accommodate and access those leads as appropriate. We are right now working through a pilot program for internet leads to make available for agents who qualify based on production. And that same thing carries over into our direct mail support, where based on production, we deeply discount the cost of mailings through our preferred lead vendors as well. All that said, what we look to do is work for an opportunity to work with you and help you grow your practice, your agency. And in doing so, we're asking for that business. You have some unique opportunities with Cigna HealthSpring throughout the state of Texas, and we'll be happy to discuss those in greater detail, including the creation of a marketing program to help you be successful in your chosen endeavors. So that said, it then comes down to you. It's a choice you have to make. I had a sales manager 30 years ago. Sorry, Elodia, I'm old too. A sales manager with Prudential who said the decision to make a decision is a decision, and that's true. This can be a valuable part of your portfolio. It can be an emphasis for your portfolio as well in different markets. If you choose to do so, let's work together to make this a successful part of your marketing program and work through it now. That said, we've taken about 42 minutes of your time. We don't have any additional questions in our chat box. I want to thank you for investing your most valuable resource with us today, and that is your time. We'll send the follow-up as promised, and we look forward to speaking with you in the very near future. Amy and Elodia, thank you very much for your help today, and we wish you all good selling. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
You bet.
Bye.